Hello, everyone. What is happening? So, finishing up OCS. Just finished up week 9 and 10. So, it's going to be like a combination of events that took place in those 2 weeks. And it is a few things. So, we had the phase up from blue phase to white phase. And that happened after the inspection. So, towards the end of the cycle, you have an inspection and the commander comes through and he does checks of the rooms, the barracks, so to speak. He checks your rooms and he asks you questions, required knowledge, the common knowledge, things you're supposed to know. Make sure y'all study that. So when you're here and you're in ROM or you have some downtime, just make sure you are studying and retaining that required knowledge. So that was interesting. We cleaned up our rooms. Everything has to be dress right dress across the company. And he comes through and he checks and makes sure your beds are made up to par with his standards or the standard and his standards. And the bathrooms need to be cleaned, the whole shebang. So you clean up your room, the inspection takes place, and inevitably you're probably going to fail as a company because it's never going to be good enough. So I think that's the whole thing. Like, you're never going to be good enough. Like, they tease you, oh, you can be the first company to pass ever. Like, it's all some bull. Just go ahead and make sure everything's clean and just make sure you know the required knowledge and get past it so you can phase up. So that's that. What else we had? So moving on to history. Whew! I'm gonna let y'all know something. The things you hear about history at OCS, it's all true. It's all true, okay? It's quite brutal. If you are someone like myself who is not a history guru, it's probably going to be a challenge to you. And the way the classes are taught, in my opinion, is not set up for you to retain knowledge. It's just some stuff that they spill into you. Like, you just teach they teach a whole bunch of history stuff. They go over all these events. It's just not conducive to learning it. It's just a requirement that has to be met here, and it's taught as such. So, because there's no way that you think in 2 weeks, all of what you're telling me, I'm going to just remember this. Because as soon as I pass it, and that's another thing. So you take this test and you don't get your results immediately. I think we get the results Monday. So we took the test this past Friday and we are getting the results either Monday or sometime this week. I'm not sure, but I feel like I did okay, but the way that test is set up, I don't know. May the odds forever be in my favor. So I'm awaiting the results for that, and we'll see what happens. Because studying, when I tell y'all I studied, studied weeks. Okay, you only get 2 weeks. So in between sitting through this class and studying all this material, and you're just going to have to make it do what it do. I literally studied all day, every day for the 2 weeks that we had. So you're going to put in some time. It's not an easy thing. And I don't know. The class to me is just, I don't know why it's given right before you graduate. I don't know why they wait until we're about to graduate to give us this test and cram all this information in us. It just makes no sense to me. But moving on. So you're gonna have to find your own way to study for that. The test changes each cycle or each class. He teaches it. He switches up the topics and stuff. He tests certain groups on different topics. So, and I think the idea behind that is so information won't be swapped and shared, and people won't be just like assuming that they know the answers or whatever. I guess he's trying to challenge everybody. He doesn't want the test to be the same. So we had some multiple choice, and the way the questions are set up, the multiple choice is, you can narrow it down to a couple of answers, but it still is it is not clear to me. It's sort of one of those things that's just either you know it or you don't, and that's all I can say about that. So multiple choice, short essay questions. You don't write the essay, but it's like a paragraph of information, and you have to decipher what is correct and what is incorrect, and like ID questions or something like that. Yeah, identification. So you have to identify certain things and determine whether it's right or wrong. So history, you know, I'm not that huge of a fan of it. The class was not so exciting. The way it's taught is not conducive to learning, in my opinion. This is something that people in ROTC go through, I think, and they have, you know, a semester or quarter, term, however, whatever length of time that they have much more time than we do. And again, OCS is a condensed version of everything to becoming an officer, so I get it, but I feel like history should be one of those classes where they teach it just because, to give us the knowledge, but testing us on this at the last minute when we're about to graduate just to give us something to do, I don't think it's a good idea. So that's that. That was history. And we had a guest speaker. This guy, I think he's probably by far the best speaker that we've had throughout OCS. His name was Captain Florent Groberg. He's a retired captain. He served some time in Afghanistan. I think he did 2 tours in Afghanistan. You guys can look him up if you're interested in learning more about him, but he was awesome. He told us his story about his experience. He was very down to earth. He was in a situation in Afghanistan where he attempted to stop a suicide bomber, if I'm being correct, stop a suicide bomber. He made it with minor injuries. One of his other battle buddies made it with minor injuries, but everyone else around him, I think, unfortunately didn't make it. So he was just awesome. Like, everything about him was great. He spoke well. He was very forthcoming with his experiences and his thoughts about being a leader in the military, and he just gave great advice. Like, he's captivating. He kept the attention of everyone, because typically it's hard to stand up sometimes when these speakers come through, because I feel like a lot of the time speakers, they have this speech already prepared. They've given it a million times. They've practiced it, rehearsed it, but he was spitting from the dome. You know what I'm saying? He was spitting that knowledge. He was being, it was just organic, and I loved it. Hopefully you guys get a chance to hear from him. I don't know if he's someone that comes often or if that was just a treat for us, but this is him. I actually kept the paper. So Florent Groberg, check him out. Awesome story, awesome person. Sounds to me like he was a great leader, and I appreciated him coming to speak with us. I enjoyed that quite a bit, actually. So that was, I think, all of week 9 and 10 kind of scrambled together. We actually recently did a company run, I think just for morale boost, motivational purposes, I guess. That's what they said. It was cool. I enjoyed it. I always enjoy a good run. I actually like formation runs. It's not too fast. It's not too slow. I enjoy running. It was a good little workout. It was nice. We got to go around a different route. That was enjoyable. That's always a great thing, instead of running in circles that we have to run around here on the footprint. So it was a good change of pace. And we had our social. So this is a time when you're finished with everything, take the test, just knocking things out, and it's kind of like the last thing. We had our social here on the footprint. We were initially supposed to have it off base, off site, but something happened to where it was a COVID scare or something with COVID, and we weren't able to go. So, you know, we settled for rinky-dink old footprint. get together. It was cute. It was cool. It was nice to see everybody a little bit relaxed and enjoying themselves and being responsible adults and holding their liquor well, or alcohol, whatever. Everybody was able to get a couple drinks. Not a drinker, but it was pretty good. So had a good time with that, and yeah. So winding on down, just making sure I keep my nose clean, keep my head down, and just move forward, ready to get out of here and get on to my next place. So that's all I got. Nothing really exciting going on here, guys. Stay tuned. Oh yeah, my book. My book is now available on Amazon. So it'd be great if you guys can check that out. It's called I Speak in Cursive, a compilation of poetic words. You can get the ebook or you can get a printed version. I'm going to come back and do a separate video about that and tell you guys kind of the background about it and the inspiration behind it. And yeah, so it's a poetry book. And if you are into poetry or you know someone else who is, I think it's a great book to check out. And I'm not just saying that because I wrote it, because it is pretty fire. I'm just saying. But check it out. I would love for you guys to leave a review. I'd appreciate your support. And I'll be back soon when I'm able to give you all some more of the juice. But nothing really is going on. It's like towards the end of the cycle, there's nothing really exciting going on. I'm just kind of waiting to go to Fort Lee, my next stop. I branched ordnance, if you have not looked at the last video I posted. So I'll be headed to Fort Lee along with my battle buddies who branch transportation and quartermaster. So ordnance, quartermaster, and transportation all go to Fort Lee. So it should be cool. It should be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. All right, y'all. Well, I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.